Betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the people you let too close. The ones you trusted with your heart, your dreams, your secrets. The ones you believed would stand beside you forever. And that's what makes it hurt so deep. Not because you didn't see it coming, but because you never imagined it could. You replay their words in your head, trying to find out the moment they changed, trying to understand what you did wrong. But betrayal isn't always about you. Sometimes it's about who they are when loyalty starts to cost them something. They were fine when you were beneath them. The moment you begin walking with purpose, they begin whispering behind your back. They smiled in your face and doubted you in silence. They clapped for your wins not because they were happy, but because they wanted to know when you'd fail next. And when you finally fell, they weren't surprised. They were satisfied. Betrayal doesn't always scream. It doesn't always break things in front of you. Sometimes it just withdraws quietly. It stops calling, stops showing up, stops being honest when honesty matters most. You start to sense it. The energy shifts. They look at you differently. The laughter feels forced. The conversion feels heavy. Then one day it happens. The mask falls and the person you thought would never hurt you does. It's a strange kind of pain because your heart still remembers the version of them that was real, the version that loved you. But now you're staring at someone who chose ego over bone, jealousy over joy, and you can't hate them because hate means you still care. You just sit there, silent, grieving a connection that no longer exists. You didn't lose them today. You just finally saw who they have been for a long time. It's tempting to harden after betrayal, to build walls so high that nobody ever gets close again, to believe that everyone's a liar, that loyalty is dead, that real people no longer exist. But if you do that, you don't protect yourself. You just isolate your soul. Pain doesn't mean stop trusting. It means start filtering. It means learn who deserves access and who was only using your energy as a temporary shelter. Because betrayal teaches you something no book can. It reveals your strength. It teaches you to love wiser, not colder. Every scar from betrayal isn't a sign of weakness. It's proof you gave something real in a world full of fake. You loved when it was easier to stay guarded. You stood by people who didn't deserve it. You believed when it could have been easier to walk away. And that's not foolish. That's rare. That's real. That's human. Here's something most people don't talk about. Betrayal doesn't just expose them. It exposes you. Because how you respond will define your evolution. Do you let revenge consume you? Do you let their action change your character? Or do you rise silently, calmly, and let your success speak louder than your anger? Betrayal is life's way of testing if your purpose is stronger than your pain. Anyone can be kind when life feels fair. Anyone can be good when everyone's loyal. But it takes a different breed of strength to stay soft in a world that's tried to turn you stone. You're not weak for caring. You're not naive for believing. You're brave for doing it anyway, knowing the risk. And that bravery will pay off one day when you realize the ones who left were never meant to stand on the stage of your victory. They were the lessons, not the loss. Holding on to betrayal is like gripping a blade. The longer you hold it, the deeper it cuts. You think you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're keeping the wound open. You're letting the past dictate your peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean you excuse what they say. It means you refuse to let them live rent-free in your mind. It means you take back control of your energy. It means you say, you no longer get to define how my story feels. Because the moment you forgive, you're free. You start breathing again. You start smiling again. Not because you have forgotten, but because you have finally accepted that closure doesn't always come with an apology. Sometimes the only closure you'll ever get is realizing they couldn't hurt you anymore. Let go. Move forward. You're not losing peace. You're reclaiming it. You'll come out of this different, not bitter, not broken, but wiser. Betrayal will teach you how to stand alone and not feel lonely. It will teach you how to stop seeking validation from the wrong places. It will make you dangerous because once you've been betrayed and still choose peace, nothing can control you anymore. You'll start trusting slower, but you'll love deeper. You'll choose silence over proving your worth. You'll stop begging people to stay because you'll finally understand that real ones don't need convincing. You'll become grounded in solitude. You'll find comfort in your own reflection. And one day when you see yourself in the mirror, you'll realize the person who survived all that betrayal is someone stronger than you ever imagined. That's not damage, that's evolution. them. One day the people who betrayed you will see you again, not as the person they left, but as the person you became because they left. They'll see you come, and it will eat them alive, because the best revenge is always peace. You don't have to say a word. Your success will speak every truth they tried to bury. Your happiness will silence every rumor they created. Your light will expose every shadow they threw at you. And when they finally realize what they lost, you won't even be angry, because by then you'll have outgrown the version of yourself that needed them. You won't look back wishing things were different. You look back grateful that they left, because their exit was the start of your awakening. Trust again, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. The world still has good people, they just don't make noise like the fake ones do. They love quietly, stay loyal without announcement, and protect you in rooms where you're not even present. Don't let the wrong ones convince you that the right ones don't exist. But this time be smarter, observe more, move slower, let them earn their way in, and never again hand out loyalty as a discount, because your energy, your kindness, your presence, that's currency, and not everyone can afford it. This is your comeback chapter, the part of your story that people don't believe until they see it, the part where the pain becomes fuel and the betrayal becomes blueprint. You're not done, you're just being rewritten, and when the rise comes, it will hit harder because nobody saw it coming. They counted you out too early. They mistook your silence for surrender, but silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. You were never the victim, you were the seed buried in dirt, quietly preparing to bloom. Now it's time to rebuild, time to remind yourself who you are without them, time to prove that the pain didn't stop you, it sculpted you. Listen carefully, the betrayal you're facing today isn't the end of your story, it's the breaking point that makes your foundation unshakable. You had to lose some people to find your peace. You had to be lied to learn what truth really feels like. You had to be doubted to understand your own power. Every stab in the back pushed you closer to your purpose. Every disappointment built your resilience. Every sleepless night was teaching you how to stand tall in daylight. You're not broken, so don't run from the betrayal. Study it, grow through it, use it. Because one day when you're standing in the life that pain prepared you for, you will look back and realize the betrayal didn't destroy you, it delivered you. And that's when you whisper to yourself, thank you for leaving, because if you hadn't, I would have never found me. Keep your heart pure, keep your circle small, keep your vision locked. Betrayal may have broken your trust, but it didn't break you. And the next version of you that's rising from this pain is going to make every dagger they threw look like a stepping stone.